Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss Gus. Now, this movie stars Ed Asner as the owner of a long-suffering professional football team that just can't seem to get its act together. You know, they're turning the ball over all the time. They're having trouble doing anything productive on the field, and off the field, they're completely dysfunctional, arguing with each other, wanting to go to other teams. Don Knotts is the head coach, if that gives you any indication of the kind of hijinks that are happening on this team. But they manage to catch a break whenever they get a new halftime act, which is a guy and his mule. Now, this mule's name is Gus, and this mule can kick massive field goals, like 100-yard field goals, with crazy accuracy, as long as his owner slash bestie is the one holding the ball. Now, Ed Asner decides that having him out there for halftime doesn't matter, and doesn't matter nearly as much as like getting him in the game. And thanks to some very vague wording in the rules, he's able to bring Gus into the game as their field goal kicker. And that's the story here of Gus. This is a old school Disney movie. It's absolutely just bananas. You know, Ed Asner and Don Knotts leading a football team that includes a field goal kicking mule is fantastic. I do want to say this, though. If your main interest is Don Knotts, while he certainly has a decent amount of screen time, this is not a Don Knotts movie. Like, this is very much an ensemble piece. You got a bunch of other people too, Tom Bosley, Tim Conway, Dick Butkus, Johnny Unitas. There's like a bunch of interesting people brought together to make this movie, and I'm forgetting like a million of them, I'm sure. I mean, there's a ton of recognizable faces in this movie. It's family friendly, it's goofy, it's silly, and then it'll take itself like really seriously, and there'll be like multiple kidnap plots going on, and it always ends in goofiness, but like it's just kind of I think my only issue with Gus is that it goes on like a little bit too long at times. I thought that like some parts were stretched a little bit too thin for what is otherwise like a whimsical, fun kind of movie. But overall, I like Gus. I think it's funny. I think it's an outlandish concept. Ed Asner and Don Knotts leading a field goal kicking mule is a fantastic premise to me. But I liked it. If you're looking for like a family friendly, just fun movie that's definitely like old school. It's from like the 70s. But anyway, that's my review. I liked it. I'm a big Don Knotts fan. I like these old school Disney movies, and I love the idea of a field goal kicking mule. So thank you for watching this video. I do greatly appreciate it. If you want to check out more, I got tons of reviews, taste tests, live streams, TV show reviews, all that kind of stuff. But thanks for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.